Did you ever feel like pushing that door open at work, walking out, and hitting the open road? Well, my name is Nick Kessler, and I teach shop. And this is my buddy, Brian Fulmer. He teaches too. And let's not forget about our former student, Wolfie. And when summer comes, we turn into a 3-person film crew that hits the highways and byways of North America in style, riding drop top in our 1968 Caddy. Our main mission, to educate you about the places we visit. No classroom rules or lesson plans here. Just complete freedom to show you what this great nation is about. This is Road Trip Masters. This week's episode has us tackling more of the Pocono Mountains, and as always, exploring this area drop-top style in the 68 Caddy. This area is massive. Comprised of 4 counties and part of the Allegheny Plateau, the Pocono Mountains is close to the size of the state of Delaware and takes on a kidney shape. Known for its scenic beauty, the Pocono Mountains prides itself in its resorts, historic small towns, outdoor adventure, water parks, and overall mountain moments. Did you know that the Pocono Mountains has 150 lakes? With one of the largest being Lake Wallenpaupack. Incredible. But nestled in northeastern Pennsylvania, between 3 mountains, lies the Victorian town of Jim Thorpe, where we came across the Harry Packer Mansion Inn. Perched atop Packer Hill and steps away from the downtown, I couldn't wait to get inside and talk to Taylor, who's the GM here at the mansion. Taylor, what can you tell me about this place? First of all, it's beautiful. So how about a little history on it?
Sure. The house was built by Asa Packer for his son Harry as a wedding gift in 1874. Has gone through a succession of different owners since then, and my parents in 1983 bought it as a restoration project, and people started showing up saying, hey, it'd be cool if we could stay here.
So tell me, what state was it in when your parents acquired it?
There was no plumbing, there was no heating, there was only electricity on the first floor, ceilings were down, the roof was shot. I mean, the house was close to becoming a parking lot. But my dad, he's a little crazy, I think, and saw it as a fun opportunity to get dirty and try and bring it back to its former glory. And it never ends. The scaffolding just moves from corner to corner of the house.
The Harry Packer Mansion also inspired the design of Disney World's Haunted Mansion, borrowing elements such as the bell tower and sweeping verandas on the face of the building. Tell me a little bit about the rooms.
All of our rooms are queen-size bed with private baths. We do also have suites that have sitting rooms, larger rooms. Harry's suite is available, so you can actually sleep where the man slept. And then we also have 6 guest rooms next door in the carriage house, which we've decorated as a Victorian hunting lodge. So do a nice buffet-style breakfast. The bar was actually started by mostly my wife. It was her push. She's a wine aficionado. If she's here and you come to visit, she'd be more than happy to talk to you about wine until you're blue in the face.
Until we're red in the face.
Or you're red in the face, yeah, and your teeth are purple.
Yeah. Now, you're right here high on the hill, I'm going to say, in Jim Thorpe.
Yep, they call it Switzerland of America. It's a really awesome little hidden jewel here in Northeast PA. 2-minute walk down the hill, and you're in the middle of our historic district that has great restaurants and the shops, horse and buggy rides through town, the train is down there. I mean,
you hear the train in the background even rumbling. And right there's the horn.
Yep.
Talk about ironic.
The tourist train runs. They take people to see the sights through town, and then there's a line that runs up to Canada.
Looks like this is our time to go, eh? So Packer's telling us. Taylor, thank you so much. Looking forward to our stay here. So it was back out on the road, and this time we decided to head north and explore more of this massive region. And that's when we found the French Manor Inn and Spa, sitting high atop Huckleberry Mountain in Newfoundland, PA. This 19-room hotel features luxurious spaces that will pamper its guests by providing them with the accommodations and amenities that are normally associated with a 5-star hotel. But we were here to feast on meat, and that's where Brian caught up with Adam, the head chef here at the French Manor Inn.
What do you have for us today?
Today I'm going to prepare a grilled Wagyu beef.
Wagyu?
Wagyu, yes. What that little translation is Japanese beef. They gain an average of 2 pounds per day, that's quite a lot.
Sounds like me when I'm on the road. This is an A5.
A5 is typically 9 and higher. It goes 1 through 12, 12 being the highest. This is actually 12, so this is the best beef that you can get in the world.
That's it. And it's probably even higher because I see another grading on it called a TV. So
best grade.
I mean, yeah, I'm excited to have this. Feels like a brick of gold. I mean,
it's better than gold, actually.
What am I looking at?
Runs about $74, $75 a pound.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I guess let's get started and see what happens to this thing. From TV to my stomach, I guess.
So we're gonna dry this beef up a little bit just so it has a better surface to get nice grill marks on it. Season with salt and pepper.
I noticed you're up high with the.
Yeah, so when you do it up high, first of all, it looks cool.
Yeah.
But you have a more even distribution of the salt. Got a nice sizzle.
You do. Are you a night guy?
I am a night guy. I'm a night owl.
What about the mornings? Tough?
No, I'm not so much. Not such a morning person.
No.
I'd rather sleep in a little bit.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Me too. I just don't have the choice.
Then you're gonna flip it over.
Right.
Got the nice diamonds on it.
Then we took the steak off the grill, let it set for 10 minutes, and then we began to prepare the rest of our meal.
What do we got here? I see a lot of great things. I see something like this.
Yeah, that's
right off the bat, I'm thinking, this is medieval torture method. So, what is this?
That's a dragon fruit. And then if you cut in the inside, it looks kind of like kiwi's
fantastic.
cousin,
Yeah.
except it's not green. It's white.
Beautiful
It's white.
coloring.
Yeah, it's
incredible.
gorgeous.
I don't use a knife when I'm in the kitchen.
Oh, no?
Like,
That's impressive.
Yeah.
You were hitting the gym, weren't you?
Hey, clearly, look how straight it is,
That
too.
is.
Put it in.
Yep.
Like that?
Yep, and then just rotate it.
And it comes in.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Then we sauteed some black trumpet and yellowfoot mushrooms, along with multicolored fingerling potatoes, and then put some baby beets in the oven.
So we're about to do the presentation.
Yes.
I see you chose the rectangle
Yep.
as opposed to the circle.
Yep. I could have went with that one, but I think the rectangle will make it look a little bit better.
Now listen, here, I'm going to step to the side. I'll get out of the artist's way.
We'll do
No.
2 of these.
When you do that, and then it falls apart, and you have to do it over again.
It's a little
What
more
do you-
frustrating
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
So I'm just gonna cut the very ends off just so they sit a little bit better.
Next, Chef Adam plated the Wagyu beef on a rectangular plate and carefully placed the mushrooms and baby beets with style and artistry.
Man, as I'm watching you doing this, I can't help. I'm holding my breath, and I'm not even the guy doing it.
Lastly, we added dragon fruit along with glazed beet foam and arugula pesto.
And that's the dish.
All right. Wagyu beef, here it is.
Then Adam took advantage of the moment to score some likes with his social media posse.
Hey, Jeff, we got a guy who's in charge of doing it. I know you like the show and all, but you know, hey, if we hired you on staff, we'd have nobody to cook the food here at the restaurant. All right, Chef, here we go. Oh,
Not like any other beef you had.
never.
It's incredible.
Man, I just want to eat this whole plate. I know, I got a partner, his name's Nick. I would have no more great pleasure than to eat it all and not allow him to experience
You could
any
just
of this.
describe it to him and tell him what it tastes
clearly
like.
would be fantastic. Hey, I'm going to sneak out of the kitchen. I'm going to head down this secret door, I guess, into the dining room. And, hey, if you run across the crew, don't tell them where I'm at.
right.
Thanks for having us, Chef. Wait, I tell you what. You know, when you're on your road with your buddies, hey, it's all fun and games. We have a good time. But when you have a meal like this, what you want to lay low and just sit and enjoy some time to yourself. Till next time, friends, good day.
Coming up next on Road Trip Masters, Wolfie and I have an epic outdoor adventure at Skytop Lodge. Then we ride the wild rapids of the Lehigh River. And later, I end this episode with a special guest that'll rock your world. Welcome back. In need of some outdoor thrills? Then Skytop Lodge is your stop. Originally built in 1928, this place is massive, and the main lodge has 124 guest rooms. Absolutely gorgeous. But we were here to hit their outdoor adventure center and explore what they have to offer. That's where Wolfie kicked it off by volunteering to do the Treetop Adventure course.
All right, we're ready. We're ready to rock and roll.
Are you nervous, Wolfie?
No. Yeah.
This 4-hour thrill seeker is just over 3,000 feet in its entirety, with a total of 16 different zip lines. That's where Wolfie loaded up in the army truck to begin his quest. This is where you start. Wolfie climbed up the ladder and headed to his first obstacle, where he walked across the bridge, but then started to struggle. And struggle. He kept hunting for the zip line, but was so tired he needed a break. Refreshed and rested, he got to his goal, but had to get across this wobbly bridge. It was time to get over his nervousness and go down the zip line. Locked in and ready, this boy was ready to fly. Listen to the Wolfie fan club, cheering him on. This looked like way too much fun. I wanted in on some of the action, and that's when we decided to go into combat at Skytop Lodge's paintball course.
All right, Wolfie, combat photography. Wolfie, look at me. Are you ready to go into combat?
Yeah, me?
Yeah, you're gonna follow me.
Yep.
All right. Perfect vantage shot right here. Oh. Can't see them. They're like ninjas.
Then disaster struck. Wolfie and I got separated. He was left to fend for himself, and he was getting pounded with paintballs. I finally found Wolfie when the match was over, and we were both tired of getting hit by paintballs. So we decided it was time to shoot some real guns. That's where we met up with Charlie at the skeet shooting range.
Today we're going to be shooting wobble trap. And what wobble trap is, it's a machine that throws a bird out 63 different positions, horizontally, vertically, 45 degrees to the left and 45 degrees to the right.
What's the history on it?
Sporting clays originated in England. It was for bird hunters in the off-season hunting season, give them something to do to hone their skills.
There you go. We even brought an Englishman with us to see how well he's going to do.
It's true. His name is Keith. He will be known as Team United Kingdom, or Team UK for short.
Any difference in technique? You line the two beads up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pull!
Oh dear.
Pull!
In fact, not as good as that. Okay.
Pull!
If it was John's 30-30 Winchester, I'd nail him every time, but it's not.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Pull!
Time for a break, I think.
And then it was my turn. Team USA.
Pull!
Nice.
Ooh.
Pull!
Two nice shots there.
Pull!
I know, Keith shot 8 and I shot 6. But hey, we would like to thank our friend from across the pond for giving me some great competition. Coming up next on Road Trip Masters, we hit the Lehigh River on a whitewater excursion. Then I catch up with a fellow rock and roller. Welcome back, people. Since it was such a hot day, we decided to head over to the river and get a little wet on a raft at Pocono Whitewater Rafting. That's where we caught up with Sky, our instructor.
So today we're going to go on the family style trip. Our family style trip is normally an 8-mile trip, and we let children as young as 4 years old on the trip.
And we've been stressed, Fulmer, haven't we?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like we just need a lazy thing down the river.
Road tripping's real tough, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're in the
That's
trenches. We're in the trenches.
I saw you guys pulling up in the caddy. I could tell it's been a stressful day already. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's grab our life jackets and our paddles and let's get on the water. What do you say?
Sounds good.
All
man.
right.
I'm going to keep it tight, because if it's nice and tight on the water, that means you can fall out of your boat and not have to worry about whether or not you can swim, right?
How many people fall out, Sky?
Lots of people fall
Hey,
out.
Scott,
Yeah, lots
I'd
of
like
people
you to
fall
loosen
out.
this one back up. Loosen this one back up.
We also have a key rack for all your car keys, and we're good.
All right.
Fulmer, what do you think? Leaving the caddy keys
Tell
here.
you what, why don't we leave the caddy and pick up a Mercedes? I see there's a Mercedes or something up there.
And then we headed over to grab some water boots.
Ordered 2 beers. Got these instead.
Hopefully I don't get athlete's foot in these things.
Next, we grabbed our paddles, hopped in a van for a bumpy ride down to the river where we got our safety instructions and demonstrations of proper rafting techniques from Sky. Then we were ready to hit the rapids.
Pick the boat up. We're going to move it in the water until you're just past ankle deep, all right? You guys can hop on into the boat.
Always a fun time.
Grab your paddles.
So how's our position?
So far, so good, but we'll see after this first little rapid. What do you say? So what we're going to do is we'll do a couple quick practice strokes here just to get used to everything. Okay, everybody back paddle. Everybody back. All right, good. And stop. Right side back, left side forward. Right side back, left side forward. Right side back.
Sky was barking out the commands so quickly that Brian and we got confused.
Oh my God, you guys are terrible at this game.
After some growing pains, we were approaching the first rapid.
This reminds me of when I was down in the Grand Canyon. Oh, wait a minute, that wasn't me.
Just like the Grand Canyon.
All right.
All right, smile and wave. We have our photographer up there.
All right.
Excellent, everybody, excellent.
That was nice. I feel good now.
Call this our jungle cruise section of the Lehigh River. So you don't have to worry about being eaten by any alligators. We do have those lovely tree snakes that tend to drop in the boats from time to time, so just keep an eye out, you know.
Oh, God.
All right, guys, and what we're gonna do here is we're gonna pull on in for lunch.
And lunchtime it was. We grabbed some dogs, then hopped back in the boat, and even got some swimming in. Such a relaxing day.
I think the best thing was, yeah, you had class 1, 2 rapids, but you got the detox from life.
Absolutely, and we consider any of these outdoor adventures that we do here at Pocono Whitewater a cure for our nature deficit disorder, which I think is an actual thing. So many people these days, they just stay inside, they watch TV, they're playing video games, whatever it is. You really have to get outside and really experience life to have fun. Thank you guys for coming out. And enjoy the rest of your road trip.
Right.
We had fun in the Pocono Mountains, and when we left Pennsylvania, we decided to see a buddy, Chris Caffrey, guitarist of the heavy metal band Sabotage and the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. And that's where we caught up with him in his newly renovated bar called the Silver Dollar Saloon.
Howdy.
How you doing, buddy?
Welcome to the Silver Dollar Saloon.
Well, thank you so much. But you know what? Before we continue this interview, I gotta look like a rock star too, don't I?
I barely recognize you.
How do I look?
You're sexy.
So, Chris, you've been a guitarist for Trans-Siberian Orchestra for how long now?
This is year 20. Speaking of snapping your fingers, time, it just flew by. Everybody involved with that production every year makes sure that people get the absolute biggest and best arena rock show they can get.
The Silver Dollars, what's the story?
Down here where we built this, when we ripped out the sheetrock ceiling, there was a little bank envelope in it. And in that bank envelope were these 3 old 1800 Morgan dollars. And that's how the name the Silver Dollar Saloon came into play.
Now tell me about Wilbur here, Chris.
This is Wilbur the Metalfin.
He's a what?
A metalfin.
I like that.
Yes, he's the metalfin.
Metalfin. What's Wilbur promoting here as far as the fashion? What's
right now he has his own sea glass necklaces and guitar string bracelets.
Wilbur also has shirts for sale too. Just visit Chris's website now for some rock and roll. And what a better way than to play guitar? But we threw in a twist. I brought my son Chris to take a lesson from Big Chris and pass down the art of metal to a newer, younger generation so it can carry on.
One finger, your third just on the 5th fret of the A and the D string.
And before you knew it, it turned into a jam session. Rock and roll, baby. Up next on RTM, the Caddy faces off with Chris's 1977 Corvette in a popularity contest before we roll back home. Welcome back, people. After the lesson, we hit downtown Goshen, New York to check out some of Chris's favorite places. First stop, Limoncello's, where we feasted on flatbread pizza, pulpatini meatballs, and how could we forget the famous limoncello chips that are hand-cut with Limoncello's secret house rub. Then Brian came up with a great idea. Whose car is better, the 68 Cadillac or the 77 Corvette Stingray? So we borrowed a pizza box from Limoncello's and made up a sign. The rules are simple. Honk once for the caddy and twice for the vet. First car to reach 10 is the winner.
Yeah! Ah! 2-2. Chris, take his shirt off for that lady. Yeah, nailed it.
He was beeping at somebody up there.
Yeah. A squirrel. Look at that squirrel. Look at that. He's gonna get clipped. 6-4. There it is.
Yes.
Got it.
Ooh, that's 7-6.
One guy didn't beep.
Yeah, he did.
It's like a half beep. We'll give it to you. 6-6.
No.
Tie score. Coming down to the wire, baby.
Stand over here.
All right, new position.
That'll be 7-7.
7-6.
Ooh, that's a 1 for the caddy.
That was a 1.
Ooh, that's 8. That's 8-7.
8-7.
Yeah, that's
9-7.
It's 9-8. Caddy's in the lead here. I need one more beep.
W. It's up to you. Who wins?
You gotta pick the bet.
Buddy.
Victory to the caddy. The old girl has done it again. But when you think about it, these are two masterpieces of America's past. And it came down to the wire. Two great machines of American might, both owned by two long-haired American rockers that'll keep the spirit of music alive until they die. Well, that's it for now. Until next time, people, get out there and hit the open road, whether it be planned or unplanned. So until next time, rock on, people, and God bless America.